Say her name, man. Say her Emma effing name, man. Say it. Say her name. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing, man? We in the building, man. We in the building. What's happening, man? We in the building. Well, there's a name out there. I don't know. I think that's her name. Um, I think that's her name. There's a name out there. I think that's her name. But any of you guys that have any more information on this, you're welcome to come up as soon as we get 100 likes, man. As soon as we get 100 people to hit the like button, all you guys are welcome to come up and tell me what you guys know about this, man. Because I'm curious, man. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know about this, man. There's a lot I need to learn about this, man. She was sleeping, man. Yeah, I think that's less of important if she's sleeping as that she was a white woman, man. This is huge if she's a white woman. This is huge, man. To me, personally, to me, her being white is more important than she was sleeping. Because if this is a black woman, she wasn't killed by police, no one cares. She wasn't killed by a white man, no one cares. So if this has been a black woman, no one would care. It's not a story. Press one if you agree with that. This is not a story if this is a black woman killed by a migrant. This is only a story if it's a white woman killed by a migrant. Now, if it's a black woman killed by a cop or a white guy, yeah, definitely big story, big story, huge story. This being a white woman get killed by a migrant. This is Lake and Riley all over again, man. This is an escalation of Lake and Riley. This is an escalation. This is what happens when you don't address the Lake and Riley situation. So wait a second. So you didn't address the Lake and Riley situation, and now we're here. They went from Lake and Riley to now they burning chicks, man. You said fire makes it a story. Uh, yeah, fire definitely makes it a story. I think the brutality and the barbarism involved. Yeah, I definitely agree. But if a black dude or a migrant burned a black chick on the subway, it wouldn't be no big story. I think it got to be a white woman in this case, man, because America just wouldn't care. America only really cares about black people getting killed when white people do it. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty much been I think that's pretty much been proven. Salute to Main TV, man. Main TV in the building, man. Shout out to my man Main TV, man. Shout out to the homie Main TV, man. I think this is. Could you imagine if this happened and Kamala like had won the election and we were looking, staring another 4 years of Democrat rule in the face? This would be a nightmare. This would be a nightmare. This would be a nightmare. Thank God this happened and we've already, at least we have, Trump coming into office. Cause I mean, with with yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like this is something that it's up to us to keep this story alive because they're trying to brush this under the rug. They're not even mentioning this woman. Let me just show you something. How crazy they're they're hiding this woman's identity, man. Let me just show you something, man. Um, the lengths that the YouTube is going through to hide this woman, just YouTube, which is a very liberal platform. So when you type in the name Amelia Carter in the search bar, you type in the name Amelia Carter, right? And press search. The only thing that comes up is stories about the woman who was burnt up on the train. But none of these titles have her name in it. Not one of these titles have her name in it. None of these stories have her picture in it. None of the titles have her name in it, and none of the stories have her picture in it, and none of the stories mention her in it. But when you put her name in the search bar, nothing comes up but stories about no. Nothing comes up but stories about the woman burnt on the train. So they know who she is. They know who she is. They know who she is, but they're not. And this is not a. I don't know. This is not a. This is not a mainstream.
A woman was sleeping on the subway in New York City and was set on fire by this man in the picture. Then, to add insult to injury, a police officer walks by and there's a man sitting there watching while the dude records they all did nothing. Her name was Amelia Carter. She was 29 years old when her life was brutally cut short in the most horrific way imaginable. Set on fire while sleeping on a New York City subway. Our prayers to the victim and her beloved ones. Blux News. If you like truthful news and wonderful facts, subscribe.
New details about the suspect accused of setting a woman on fire inside a subway car.
Once we get 100 likes, I'm dropping the StreamYard link so you guys can come up. So everyone who's in here, hit the like button so we can get to 100 likes quickly.
He faces arson and murder charges, and authorities say he entered the country illegally not once, but twice. Naveen Dhaliwal is in downtown Brooklyn.
Police have identified the suspect as Sebastian Zepeda, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement says a 33-year-old was deported from the United States after being here illegally back in 2018. And sometime after that, he re-entered the country again. Now he's accused of a heinous crime that involved charges of murder and arson. Sebastian Zepeda didn't utter a word as he was escorted out of the 60th precinct Monday afternoon in Brooklyn. The 33-year-old is accused of setting a woman on fire on an F train in Coney Island Sunday morning. Authorities say he walked up to the woman and using a lighter set her clothes on fire, the flames engulfing the woman, killing her. In this photo, Zepeda can be seen sitting on a platform bench watching the woman burn as an officer walks by, not realizing he was the suspect. It was the officer's body camera that later produced a clear image of Zepeda, which was released to the public. And hours later, 3 alert high school students on a train in Herald Square recognized him and called 911. Zepeda was arrested without incident and is now charged with murder and arson. Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez released a statement that reads in part, "This gruesome and senseless act of violence against a vulnerable woman will be met with the most serious consequences." Police confirm Zepeda and his victim were not known to each other, and the motive behind his actions are still being investigated. The victim's identity has not been released. In downtown Brooklyn, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York.
That's right. We're outside Kings County.
Shout out to Nina. Nina in the building. Nina, the lovely Nina in the building. She says, "That's not the woman. That's a generic picture, but she is white." Do you have the picture, Nina? Anybody who got that picture, man, send it to me, man. Send that picture to me, man. If you got that shit, man, send that shit to me, man. Send that picture to me, man. Shout out to Audible Clips, man. She says, "Merry Christmas. Did you cover the Camille Dennis Bond case? If not, you got to check out the story. It's insane. Camille Dennis Bond. Now we got to check that out, man." Denise. Oh, Camille. Oh, yeah, we did that. We been did Camille Denise Bond. Yeah, we did her. Yeah. Yeah, we did her. Yeah, we did a whole show on her. Yeah, she's a psychopath. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, salute. Said the NYPD is hush right now. Yeah, they don't want to incite. Because, listen, if this is a white woman that was in college or something, this is going to incite. It's going to be impossible to save them illegals in New York. New York's trying to keep its sanctuary city status, despite what the mayor is trying to do. The mayor don't want it. The mayor doesn't want The mayor doesn't want to give him sanctuary city status anymore, but they trying to keep it, man. And this is gonna make it hard, man. The people are not gonna support the sanctuary city shit if you burning bitches up on the train, man. If you burning motherfuckers up on the train, man, your sanctuary city status is gonna be in danger, man. They say that's a generic picture. That's fine. If this is a generic picture, that's fine. I can see that. An AI face generator from like 2019. If the picture of Amelia Carter isn't from that website, it's definitely from some other AI. Okay. But who is it? It says the real victim is homeless and not yet identified. The real Amelia is a queer ecology student. It does not look like the photo that seems to have been generated. Okay. It's fine. If that's not her, that's fine. But who is her? Who is her? Who is her? Little runt. Look at this little fucking runt. He ready to live in a cage for the rest of his life, and he's fine with that. He's fine with that. He's fine with that. He just very low IQ, man. Very low IQ. Very low IQ. These the motherfuckers who built them pyramids. Shit. Everyone hit the like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Smash it for me. I'm telling you, if it's a black woman, this story gonna go away because a white man didn't kill her. America only has an appetite for black women, black people getting killed when a white person does it. So we'll see. She's already dead, so we'll just see what she is, man. It's taking a while to come out. This is crazy too. Shouldn't take this long to come out, man. Oh well, it's because of this and because of that. Nah, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. Bailar con Latinas, man. He says April 24th is Natural Bring Your Child to Work Day. Where do black men take their kids? The block, man. Take National Bring your kids to the corner, man. We're gonna take our kids to the block, man. Um, how many likes we got? Somebody tell me how many likes we got, man. This story is gonna be an interesting story, man. We're gonna see, man. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh my god. The View didn't talk about it. The View didn't talk about it today. Wow, that's crazy. The View didn't talk about that today. They mess with that Travis Hunter situation is crazy. That Travis Hunter situation crazy. They won't leave that dude alone, man. Um, let's see, man. Let me see if I can find anything about this woman's name. Subway victim name. Subway burn victim name. Maybe TikTok. TikTok. Where's that dude? That white dude with the big mustache, man. He ain't got nothing on this, man. What's that white dude, Carol, with the big mustache? What's his name? Something Carol. How many likes we got? Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll. Yeah, Ian Carroll don't got nothing on this, man. Where you at, Ian Carroll? See if Ian Carroll got something on this, man. Ian Carroll. There you go. Let's see. Oh nah, he don't got nothing on this, man. Damn. Yeah. If he ain't got nothing on this shit is there ain't nothing going on. He don't have nothing dead on. He don't have nothing on this. Wow. Yeah, if Ian Carroll don't have nothing on it, man, it really ain't nothing going on, man. That's crazy. Um, so this woman more looks like she's homeless. She looked more homeless than this other woman. Yeah. This one says, so I did more digging about the NYC burning fire subway victim. The name floated around is Amelia Carter. I was curious because the X post picture of her seemed AI generated. I Googled the name and there's a person who fits the bill. A UPenn student looks very similar. But why would a UPenn student be sleeping on the train? You know what I mean? Why would a UPenn student be sleeping on the train? Sleeping on the New York City train, you gotta be either dog tired or yeah, like you said, homeless. Because most people won't let their guard down and to be sleeping on the train. You can't let your guard down like that, man, on the New York City train. It's very dangerous to let your guard down like that. You gotta be aware, man. You gotta be with it, man. Shout out to Bylar on he said April. Yeah, man. Let's see. Do we got 100 likes yet? Somebody tell me, do we got 100 likes yet, man? I missed it. It was I know it came up, but I missed it. I know it came up on the thing, but yeah, I wasn't paying attention, man. I wasn't paying attention. 133. All right, keep hitting the like button, man. I when you come up, man, please 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 be respectful of others and state your if you got some information, man, please tell me. And man, we looking for information, man, right now, man. At this point, we looking for information, man. I need some information, man. I need some information, man. This woman, this is wrong, man. This is wrong what they did to this woman, man. And oh yeah, we got to talk about the other story surrounding this, man. There's another story surrounding this right now, man. That is very, very, very much. I agree with it, but it's a distraction. Let me show you guys this story. That's let me see. It said nobody did anything to help the woman. They're saying nobody did anything to help the woman because there was two cops that just walked past. There was two cops that appeared to walk past, and well, not didn't appear, but it was two cops that did walk past and didn't do it, and just kept it pushing while she was burning, and people just watched her burn. Nobody pushed her down and smacked her with their coats. Nobody like offered any kind of like help. There was no heroes in the building. There was no Daniel Pennies. There were no Daniel Pennies around. There were no Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny would have knocked her down and tried to put the fire out with his jacket. There were no Daniel Pennies around. Complete negligence and lack of compassion and humanity. Woman burned alive and everyone is filming. Police officers just walking by. What a fall as a society. And I agree with that, man. That was disturbing to see those police officers just stand there, man. Seeing those police officers stand there, that was very disappointing, man. Oh, who we got in the back? Yeah, okay. Go ahead. What's your guys' thoughts, man?
Yo, what up, Bob?
What's
Man,
cracking?
my first immediate thought to this was, man, I hope that was a Sun woman. I hope that was a Sun woman who got burnt up. That way we can
Damn.
actually get some. I'm serious, man. And the only reason I was thinking that was that way we can actually get some outcry, like a public outcry or whatever. But once I knew it was a glider, I was like, oh well, that's a wrap. Nobody's gonna talk about it again.
But here's the thing: it's not a. I personally don't think it'll be any outcry with because the guy who killed her. If this is a sister, the guy who killed her isn't white. So you think there will be outcry over a migrant killing a black woman? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I do think so. I do think that there would be.
What makes you okay? Go elaborate on that.
Well, I think that you're gonna have your Tariq Nasheed and a whole bunch of people that.
No, that's small time. I'm talking about like national. outcry, something
Well,
that'll move the
national,
needle.
no, not really, but I just think that the pressure would be on them. The pressure, the pressure is just always on them whenever it comes to whenever it comes to sun people. It seems like that's when the pressure is on them to like give statements and stuff like that. Now, I get it. I understand if we're talking about a white person. I mean, if we're talking about a white person who doubts the fire, well, I already know, but
You breaking up,
I was
man.
just thinking if it was, I'm gonna log out, come back.
All right, go ahead. What's up, Hot Black? What are your thoughts?
Damn. Run Daz said she ended up black. That's fucked up.
Wow.
That wouldn't make.
Man, you know what, man? I mean, people make jokes about that.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that woman. This
horrifying
one
shit.
right here is one. It's just I make jokes about these type of things all the time. This one, I don't know, man. This woman, like yo, she deserved dignity, man. The way she went out, that shit is just sad, man. I feel for this woman, man.
This is an eye for eye situation. I mean, come on. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
We're gonna allow this kind of shit to continue to happen. This isn't the first person who's been burned alive on the subway, I'm sure.
Right, but did you see the last one?
See the video of this one?
Yeah, was there one with such graphic and such like such
Oh, not that I can
video?
remember. Maybe
This
not burned
video
alive,
is
burned,
graphic, my G.
No, this is
Like
like fucking horror movie shit.
People are saying, "Oh, well, why did she stand up? Why was she standing up? Why wasn't she like screaming?" I'm like, "Yo, she's in a psychosis or in a state that we can't even that scientists
Tearing
probably
them up.
can't
It must be a
explain."
false flag.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Some people are saying that. Oh
I don't
wow.
know. Yeah,
Oh
people
shit.
just, they're always like,
Yeah.
this would never happen this way. She's being burned alive. You have no fucking idea what her nerves are firing off and doing.
Right. And you
Have
have
you ever
no
been
idea.
immolated before? Then shut the fuck
Right.
up.
Right. And even, like the fact that she's standing shows she was fighting. She was trying to, something was trying to live or do something,
She
but
didn't
she
stop,
probably
drop, and
couldn't.
roll.
Yeah, like
I
it's
am
just
confused about the sleeping part on the subway. This happened at like 7 in the morning or something. Like if this was really a student, maybe she's tired on the way to school or something like that and just falls asleep. But you feel
they
like you got to be
said.
in a pretty deep sleep to like not wake up to a Guatemalan holding a fucking lighter up to you.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that she was she was sleep on the yeah, they said she was sleep on the train, but they're also saying that she was homeless. That's one of the things I heard people say that they was pretty declarative on, that she's homeless. But what do you think about the cops not helping her?
I mean, what is your reaction to a woman? You turn the corner into the subway car and there's whatever, right? You turn the corner and see a woman completely engulfed in flames standing there like a fucking, who God knows what, a living nightmare, yeah, somebody should have done something for sure. There was a lot of people around, but I'm not sure exactly what I would have done. Would you go like start batting her down and stuff and hope everybody else, maybe if everybody jumped on her and started doing that, maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what the right move is in this situation. Get a fire extinguisher maybe is my best thought.
But can't you like put them out, smother the flames? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Like take your jacket off and like beat the
That was a
flames
lot of
down?
flames though. Like one person, you're gonna get seriously burned trying to do that yourself.
Well, yeah, but it starts with
Hey,
one
can you hear me any
person.
better?
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, yeah.
The group,
It starts with one person, though. You know what I
group
mean?
would be needed.
Yeah.
Even if it
Other
starts with
people.
one, you still may be seriously burned in the initial attempt, right? I mean, and
Yeah, but
maybe
there
that's the right
was
thing
no
to do.
attempt. There was no attempt by anybody. That's what I'm saying. Like I could see if somebody like tried and was like, "Oh shit," and just the flames are too hot. I got to back off. No one attempted. No
A
one
whole bunch
tried.
of
Yeah,
people jumping on her to put her
it
out
does
is also
start
going
with
to
one
injure her
person.
further.
I
Yeah,
think you got
and
a delay,
then
bro.
man,
You got a delay.
oh,
What's your face? I think you got a delay. You can't hear. Did you go out and come back in? I don't think you went out and came back in. Go ahead. What's up, Nina? Nina in the building. What's up?
Hey, so I wanted to give my my take on this. So I just thank you for letting me come up. What I wanted
Yeah.
to tell you about the logistics of how where she was and how Brooklyn works and the trains work. She was getting off at the last stop, which was in Coney Island, but she was coming from uptown, which means that she had a night from either like northern Brooklyn or like some part of Manhattan, and she was sleeping on the train to stay warm. And so the last stop, she was actually at the last stop, which was the Coney Island Stillwell stop. And that's where a lot of squatters I would say maybe about ever since COVID tend to squat. Like they literally have tents set up on the boardwalk over there, even
Mm,
by like Nathan's hot dogs and stuff like that with their little pets and their cardboard setups and stuff like that. So there's like more white people that have signs out there like, if can you take care of me and do all of that. And then they have like open injection areas. You know what I mean when I say injections. So she could have
yeah.
been one of those, like, white people that just kind of settled in that part of Brooklyn because they can't be anywhere else in Brooklyn. I don't know if that what
Mm,
it was, but from what I was hearing on the radar was that what he did is that he didn't light her clothes. He lit a blanket. So she was sleeping on the train. And for the last few days, we've had 12, 15, and 20-degree weather. And I remember there was a night that we actually went out to dinner. And I live in an area where I wasn't expecting to actually see this, but there was somebody sleeping under a scaffolding. And he had his iPad and he was on his laptop and he was talking to somebody and had a blanket on him and everything. But by the time we came back from dinner, he wasn't there anymore because the cops made him move, because you can't do that over here. So what are they supposed to do? They get on the train, and so they just ride the train up and downtown, downtown, uptown, and come back to the last stop in Brooklyn. So I think that she probably, just was on the train and just waited until it got to the last stop. And this guy, because he's a complete asshole, just decided, oh, I'm just gonna set this bitch on fire, and that's exactly what he did. So I don't think that it's more complicated than that. Like people have all these crazy conspiracies, but people are doing like a lot of weird things here. Like
No
I
doubt.
even for myself, I got pushed down the stairs on my way to the LIR for no reason.
There's constant shiesty shit going on in all the public
Yeah,
transit in the major cities in America. Not
yeah.
too long ago, there was that Chicago dude, Sunman, who shot a whole bunch of people on the Blue Line train early in the morning, and those were all
mm-hmm,
people
For
sleeping on there
no
as
mm.
well.
reason. I was taking a 10:15 train and I got pushed all the way down the stairs for no reason. So this is the crazy that we live in New York City right now. And then I know that, people online are be like, well, this is what you voted for, but a lot of us didn't vote for this at all. We didn't even have a choice. Because once you made our city a sanctuary city, we can't do anything about it except protest that we don't want it anymore. So finally, because of Mr. Adams, I'm not even calling him Mayor Adams, he got his wake up call because he has all these indictments against him right now. He's trying to play nice with the, number 47. So he's trying to come correct. And now you got a firebrand on your hand right now. And so I found it really interesting when Hochul was on the train, a few days back, like, oh, look, I'm riding the train like, Bloomberg used to do. No, the train is not like what it was when Bloomberg rode the train and when Giuliani rode the train. Not at all. I don't even ride the train anymore, to be honest. We take Ubers if we have to, or we just walk.
Wow.
That's my take on it. So when it comes to this girl, the pictures that are circulating about her, like it's the same photo. I've been told that that's not her photo, but it is a white woman. But they haven't released the identity of that white woman yet. But yeah, he did set a homeless white woman on fire, and supposedly that she is a homeless woman, and it's very unfortunate, but this is what's happening right now. So I just wanted to give you guys my, from my purview here in Brooklyn, because this happened in Brooklyn, but that's South
No,
Brooklyn for me.
thank you very much.
I think it's a good explanation.
Yeah, thank you
Makes
very
a lot of
much.
sense.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a whole white woman. That's good though. That's good that it's a white woman. It's not good that it's actually a white woman who's homeless. It would have been better if the white woman was like, like a college student or something like that. But because I want this story to, because New York is going to try to keep this sanctuary city shit. They're going to try to be like, you know, against Tom Holman and Trump's, attempt to, clean this shit up. And this is a story that could, force the people of New York to put pressure on them to, like, look, this is enough. What are you hearing from other people? Are people like, what's the
Oh,
level of outrage about this?
well, I will tell you this. So, okay, so two neighborhoods. So it's my neighborhood and the neighboring neighborhood. When there was some kind of a city council meeting and they wanted to open a migrant shelter during the summer, and the impact of that shelter was going to take over one of the public schools, and part of, so some of the public schools that we have here, they also have public facilities. So those public facilities have like a basketball court, like kind of like a big gym. So it has a basketball court, it has a pool, and it then has other recreational stuff that the kids have for summer day camp. So think about summer day camp. When they said,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we're gonna move the migrants into that facility. So guess what? None of your kids are gonna have summer camp, even if it's day camp. They're not going to be able to use the basketball court. They're not going to be able to use the soccer court. They're not going to be able to use the pool because we need this for the migrants. My neighbors
Mm.
were up in a roar. They had and this was like the non, Soros funded. So we're talking about Sharpie markers protesting. Now, all of a sudden, all these white liberal women that, didn't know anything and talking about like, oh, all the migrants welcome. Well, now guess what? They're coming to your school. They were out here protesting. And I walk through them every morning, going
Wow.
to get their little lattes. And I'm just like, oh, now you're mad because now it's affecting your kids now that are in this neighborhood. And now you're pissed off.
So is the
It's like,
school a
well, why do they
private
have to be
school?
here?
Is it a
No,
private school?
no,
Or is it
these
private school
no,
or is
it
it a
wasn't.
public school?
It was public schools, but it's public schools in certain districts, and they were like, we certain public school districts have certain facilities that are very specific to very specific neighborhoods, and it's like, well, if we can't use the gymnasium anymore, we can't use the pool anymore, we can't use the field anymore because you have to use this for the facilities for the migrants and their children. Now our kids can't go to the park. I can't walk my dog there. No, and they weren't having it. And so guess what? I'm telling you right now, being really honest with you, we don't have it. So we don't have any migrant. I don't have a migrant crisis over here in my neighborhood because they absolutely refused it. Refused. But when they're virtual signaling, during like election season and all that stuff. So you know how people talk about, oh well, they voted for this. Yeah, they virtue signal vote for it. But there was like, yeah, because you're gonna do it in another part of Brooklyn. Like, hey, do that shit in Bed-Stuy, or do that shit in Crown Heights, or do that shit over there, in Brownsville or something like that. But no, when it comes to Park Slope, Sunset Park, Prospect Heights, Prospect Lefferts Garden, no, absolutely not. They don't want it, and that's what happened.
Wow.
Yep, that's what
Um.
happened.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah. This is so. This is. What do you guys think about like nobody helping her? Is that because I was kind of disgusted by that, but I mean I can I can understand individuals not helping her, but nobody helping her. The two cops that didn't
But
help, no
but how
no
do you
one
know they didn't help
tried.
though?
Well,
How do you
so here's my take on it, because I ride this, well, I don't ride the subway anymore, but I used to ride it every day to work. So here's the thing. The police officers, they don't have any way to extinguish the flames, right, in the car. So I know that they were most likely waiting for FDNY, meaning the fire department, to come and show up on the scene. And when you're in that car and it's so contained, the first thing that police officers want to do is to remove everybody else away from the scene. Um, so any other civilians that could possibly, get like a jump off flame and stuff like that, they're just trying to remove them from that. So they have to make a judgment call. And sometimes it sucks, right? So you would think like people think like it's like in the movies where, hey, let's just get a bunch of blankets and like pat her down so we can just like put her on the floor, stop, drop, and roll. But she was already completely ignited. And then the fact that she stood up and she was just standing there, that means that her body was already consumed. That meant also that her internal organs were also consumed. So somebody had also said, well, how come she's not screaming? The screaming was already done. That she was dying already. So she was standing up by just her body like reacting alone. Kind of like when Asians eat fish and they put soy sauce on it and it's alive, it's just reacting to it. So she was already dead,
Okay.
and she was just standing there. So they didn't want to have anybody else around her.
But how do you know they didn't help the cops? You don't know that they didn't help? That
Well,
clip
you
doesn't...
What were they going to help with?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like,
they have to secure the scene. Yeah.
The best option you would have had would have been a fire extinguisher nearby.
This is what I'm saying. Like that
the fire extinguisher would have been in the car. And listen, I used to be engaged to a cop, so I know what it was like for the cop to have to listen. We need to secure the scene for everybody else. So if this one person, because
hold on. I got you with the fire. I got that. What I'm talking about is like some hero shit, like
and Daniel Penny, right? What happened with him?
No, but I mean, like this is just some human shit. Like, oh shit, like like I've seen people jump in. I've been a hero before. I've jumped into action plenty of times. Well, not plenty. Sometimes, when people needed help, I've seen it. Like somebody like just needs help. You know what I mean? And people help. Like, and I'm not saying it's everybody, but it would be one person, and that one person helped, then other people will help because they see that one person helping.
Yeah, I get it. But you know what? I don't know what the situation was because it was the last stop at 7:30 a.m. So it most likely there was only like a handful of people in that car. It wasn't like a commuter. It wasn't a commuter car. Like it would be different if like we were going to the city and it was like 40 people in the car, right? But it was 7:30 at the last stop in the opposite direction. So she was sleeping in basically like a homeless person's car. So let me tell you this about us New Yorkers. We know the homeless people and where the homeless people are always sleeping in the different cars. And guess what? We tend to move out of those cars at every stop. When they start acting all crazy or start pissing on themselves, we tend to move. So that could have been an isolated car when it could have been only like 2 or 3 people on it. And so he set her on fire when he was only in there by her and himself, or maybe another person that just didn't give a fuck, to be honest. So no, there was not going to be anybody to be there except for the people that were at the station, and then the people at the station, if they didn't have any kind of material that could have like patted her down. I mean, maybe some of the guys could have taken their coats off and patted her down and knocked her on the floor or something. I don't know, maybe. But considering like the state of like how New York City has been lately, we never know if a dude has a gun on him. They try to stab us, and then you try to be like a hero like Daniel Penny is, and then your ass gets arrested. Like that's the state that they put us in. So nobody wants to help. They just don't even want to get involved. Unless it's like it needs to fit a certain color profile. And that's what the city has now taught us. So the fact that she was a white girl, and now if you pat the white girl
I don't think nobody knew she was white though, man.
Well, how could
I don't think nobody knew she was white.
Right, but how could you know if she was on fire at this point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And let me let some other people get in here right quick, man.
Look,
anybody else
all I'm saying, Ike, is you know how the internet is with cops and clips. You know what I mean? Like they're not very fair to the cops. I almost
I got you.
Those cops helped. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I was telling Hot in the back, this is a glider society. You know they got fire extinguishers everywhere. These gliders thought about this shit. All right, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I was
mean,
thinking if they had one, it might be in the operator's cab or something, and maybe
and
that was far
they're
away.
and they were on the platform. I'm sure they got some around the place, if not more than one. But that would have been my go-to. I would have went for, because you really can you get near her. I mean, you're gonna get fucked up yourself, you know. But if
Mm.
that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, right?
Mm.
But I mean, look, I'm just glad that they didn't hurt the guy. You know how these cops be doing POC.
They'd be doing on
Nah,
burritos.
facts.
I can't
Fact,
even
that
call
would
this
be
dude
the
on
same.
burrito because this looks like goddamn original Maya or some shit.
Yeah, you were right. Now that upon
Maya
further
Lungen.
analysis, there's no admixture in this one. You were right yesterday.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you he
He,
like
he's like
4'11".
he's like 4 foot.
Yeah. A
Goddamn original
whole.
Indian.
Yeah, Fisherman is right. He was probably sacrificing them to the sun god or something.
Yeah. Because he didn't look remorseful at all.
You
He
know
looked
what?
like,
Did you see
yeah, I
the
did it. He was on
did you
some. He was on
did,
some what? Like
did you
he's looking at everybody else like they're crazy.
right? Did you see the video
Don't
of
you
him
know?
drunk?
Don't you know it hasn't rained in a few days? I had to do this.
That's like a Tuesday in Guatemala. Yo,
Yeah.
did you see the video of him drunk?
Oh, there's another video of him at
There's
another
another video of
time.
him talking, right? And he's very drunk, talking about how he's plastered, talking about how he just wants to drink and he wants to be left alone, right? But my guess is that he was drunk when he did it, and he probably don't remember doing it. You know how that shit goes on.
Nah, I don't
Alcoholism is
know
a
how burning
motherfucker.
somebody. I've never set somebody on fire,
No.
drunk or not.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is when somebody blacks out, and I'm obviously this is an extreme, right? But he probably, I bet you he don't remember. I guarantee you he was drunk.
Those original Indians, they don't have very high tolerance.
No,
Well,
no, I
well,
don't. I know
it
that.
said
Yeah.
he was Guatemalan. That's what we were told.
Well, he's tiny, so he can't handle his liquor.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take your word for that because I've known that there's been a stereotype for certain other ethnic groups that just can't handle their liquor and they do all kinds of crazy stuff, even when they're
Mm.
little. So I'll take your
Who's
word
that?
for it.
Who are you talking about?
There's a difference between the Mexicans that typically come here and the Oaxacan Mexicans. Like Oaxacan Mexicans are more indigenous and they can't
Mm-hmm.
handle their liquor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm more of a northern Mexican. I can handle my liquor.
Yeah, the
I'm
Oaxacans, yeah,
Really?
they
Yeah, I'm
can't.
actually drunk right now. Nah.
Wicked
Oh
has
yeah.
respectable admixture.
Oh my god. So anyway, that's what I wanted to give to you guys. I gotta go. So I
All
just
right.
wanted to
Thank you.
chime in because I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. So I just wanted to chime in with you guys because I'm literally here with this
Yeah.
shit and
All right.
my
Well, be
city
safe.
council. Yeah,
Don't.
listen, I don't even take the train anymore. When I
Good.
have to go anywhere, I just take an Uber. If my guy isn't here, I'm just on an Uber. I don't go nowhere. So
Mm.
I'm thankful that I work from home most of the time.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
good. You be
Okay.
safe. I
All
do
right,
you
man.
remember? Do you remember the Umbrita who took her daughter to Times Square, and to avoid issues, they took an Uber, and when they got to Times Square, the someone blindsided her kid.
No,
No,
no.
When you say
I'm asking that.
blindsided, what do you mean?
Like the
Sucker punching?
Umbrita took her young daughter to Times Square, and to avoid issues, they didn't go on the train. They took an Uber. When they got to Times Square, a son man like blindsided her, like punched her when she
Oh
wasn't looking.
wow.
You remember that?
I think I remember so many stories like
There's a
that.
horde of them like that. I mean,
Yeah,
there
Yeah,
that's
was the
that's a
sun
crazy.
man
very
who jumped
common
up from the
thing.
chair to
Yeah,
stab the
my bad.
tourist girl. There was the sun man who stabbed the three like 14 and 15-year-old gliders at Union Station or whatever.
Mm, I remember that.
There's an endless amount of them.
Yeah, fair enough. But I guess when I say that, my point is how, I mean, it's just hard to avoid, man. I know that society lacks empathy, so they're not able. I mean, you know how like New York City is so big, right? That the odds of you getting victimized, I guess, are low. However, when it happens to you, it rocks your fucking world, you know? And people can't seem
Yeah,
to empathize with that.
yeah. The subway is so expansive, but there was two other there was a stabbing on the on the subway too
I
the
heard
other
about
day
that.
too.
Yo, what are
Let
the
me
odds
see.
that the governor was on the train the day before? That just like that's like God mocking her damn near, you know?
Yeah, let's see this one.
Right now, police are searching for a man they say stabbed someone in the chest in a Brooklyn
Five
subway.
days.
This was in Park Slope at the 7th Avenue BQE
Park
or
Slope.
BQ station. This is just the latest in what seems like an endless list of violent incidents on the subway. Eyewitness News reporter Phil
And this
Tate
is 5 days ago.
has more on the search
So they
for
didn't even know the lady was gonna get burnt.
the suspect and growing fears from people who ride the trains every day.
Good afternoon. Police right now are trying to track down that attacker still at large that stabbed a 30-year-old man on board a Q train. That man was last seen here at the 7th Avenue subway station. And for some New Yorkers who we spoke with, they say subway violence is a familiar song.
I was actually attacked on the platform at this station like a month ago. So, yeah, doesn't sound great.
White women, you got to stop this this whole like, well, you know, no, you got to be like incensed about that shit. But she's probably liberal. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want anything to change. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to seem like she's complaining about lesser people, a lesser breed of people. Because you know who attacked her. You know it was a Sun man or a migrant. It was probably a Sun man too. And she feels like, you know, they're like, you know, kind of like they're like, you know, not real people like her. So, you know, it wouldn't be fair. It would be like if you know, a dog and you or
Or a
a
chimpanzee or something.
yeah, and it's like you're picking. She's picking on like a lesser being, and it's just it's beneath her to, you know, do something like to pick on a lesser being who can't control itself. Kind of like that's the type of energy they give when they talk like that.
Yeah, this is
Especially when
kind
they
of
talk
like
about privilege and shit.
what's that one saying like the chickens come home to roost, or how does it go?
That's,
Yeah.
that's the gist of it, I think.
Yeah, whatever. Well, this is a perfect example of that.
Because she's probably a Democrat.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you asked for, you know, generally speaking, right? I mean, there's no
Right.
need to have open borders at all.
I think Nina made a good point earlier, though, that, you know, like myself, I moved to Chicago randomly for a job, you know, after shit had been fucked up there for a long time. I didn't have anything to do with what's fucked up here. But I could still get stabbed on the train or, you know, whatever, right?
But I think my point still stands, though, that, you know, as a society, your fellow gliders have decided that,
yes, generally speaking,
you know,
in aggregate in these areas for sure.
But I mean, obviously, as you guys know, I didn't vote for this shit myself, and I'm over here dealing with the, you know, ramifications of it. It is what it is. But I refuse to leave though. My wife, you know, she won't leave me alone about it. But you know how that goes.
It's just sad that we can't have nice public transportation, man. It really is unfortunate. Like you look at other nice places in the world, and they have
can you imagine
that much problem with it?
Can you, like, you know, fuck condos on the moon, right? Can you imagine if we were to put that money into public, like the sun money, into public transportations? We'd be able to get from Miami to Seattle like in 2 hours on the train with the money we invest into that money pit.
Yeah,
you know,
in every city.
2 hours Seattle to Miami. I'm telling you, the monorail.
You can't have bullet trains and shit if some men are pissing on the cabs and like jumping into the rails and stuff.
You can't have bullet trains if someone are putting bullets.
Or Guatemalans lighting people on fire, for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, look, we could have bullet trains, but, you know, some are putting bullets through it, you know?
Yeah, we already have bullet trains. This is not really the useful kind.
Yeah. It's the one with the Glide, you know, Glide 17.
Yeah.
But I think...
And for some New Yorkers who we spoke with, they...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be too hard on the brothers right now. We shitting on the Aztecs right now, you know?
Yeah, these Aztecs are out of fucking control, bro.
Build a wall.
Say subway violence is a familiar song.
I was actually attacked on the platform at this station like a month ago. So, yeah, doesn't sound great, but I gotta get to work.
For Angie Prosky, she says she recently found herself in a frightening situation at this same 7th Avenue station. She says her suitcase had become a hot commodity for someone who tried to rob her.
It's nerve-wracking.
And nerves run through the system right now after violence spilled onto the subway around 11 last night. Police say an argument had escalated before the attacker pulled out a knife and stabbed a 30-year-old man in his chest.
It's sort of getting closer to home these days. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on around here, so I'm getting a little scared.
The victim is
So vague and shit. You know what I mean?
A lot of things going on.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
vague. And they don't understand that like it either comes off like as if it's not a big deal, or it comes off as like arrogant.
Yeah, so casual. You know what I was thinking about recently, Ag? We've talked here about like the violent crime demographics, how Sunmen are first and Umbritos are a distant second, and then gliders. I was thinking about that, right? How, let's be honest, a lot of those glider offenders, they're really Umbritos, but they put them as gliders.
That's true,
You know?
especially
Right.
in New York, I bet.
So think about that. That's a mind fuck. How low the
Yeah.
glider crime is.
Yeah,
We're
I
looking
mean,
at the percentage. It's only about 5 or 6% for most major violent crime categories.
the glider crime is on par with homogeneous European countries, though. And African American crime
Yeah, it's on par
is
with
on par with, like, Western
Johannesburg.
countries.
with Uganda.
Well, a lot of those African countries don't have guns, right? A gun issue, so they're murder and they don't take good records. But any westernized, or like you said, South Africa or a Caribbean country, the black African American population crime is on par with those countries that keep accurate records.
Yeah. I've said this before, once or twice, like, but I never ever thought I'd feel sorry for glider kings, and I just can't help but feel sorry for them. I mean, it's a fucking shame.
Yeah, it is a damn
Soon
shame.
we'll sail away into the West, and there'll only be stories of us that remain.
Now, I think this will always be a glider country, though. I know Hot mentioned it in the back chat, but that he doesn't. I don't know if you agree with that, Hot, but I think this will always be a glider country, as long as it remains anyway.
It has to. It has to. If it's not run by gliders, it won't be a country.
I just
going
hope
on
the
around here,
states
so
that have
I'm
nuclear
getting-
weapons end up being run by them when everything collapses.
It'll be like South
A
Africa.
little scared.
The victim is recovering at a local hospital and is expected to be okay. According to the NYPD, there's been a near 16% drop in crime in the subway system in November. And so far this year, they're seeing a 6.3% decrease.
They report that things are getting better percentage-wise and stuff like that, but you don't feel it.
While an
That was
investigation
a
is
blunder.
underway and the 7th Avenue station has since reopened, for one person, she says you just have to commute with caution.
I've been trying to be more alert. I mean, I just have my phone out because I have to use the Omni, but otherwise keeping my head up high.
And as New Yorkers put one foot in front of the other, police continue to search for that attacker, last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt and black pants. Anyone with any information, you are urged to give them a call right away. We're
Black shirt, black pants.
I mean, look, if Daniel Penny was on that platform, he would have killed that Umbrito. He would have choked his ass out.
Yeah, that would have been a good thing. But I think that Daniel Penny in that situation, I don't know if the Umbrito's probably quiet. He's probably just milling around. I don't think Daniel Penny gets involved. I don't think that guy got on the train like, I burn everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I kill you.
He just was probably just quiet and
just drunk.
And then he just went down there and set her on fire or her blanket on fire.
It was
And
no big deal. They say he walked out and he sat down on the bench and watched.
Yeah, look. I'm sure the cops, when they got there, they probably didn't even think he was the offender, because at first they're probably hyper focused on the victim. You know what I mean? And him
Probably
being
racist
there.
and looking for a black man too.
They put the all call for looking for get the first some man you see.
Round up the usual suspects.
Right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
We got a cop killed in Greensboro.
A solemn procession tonight as law enforcement from around the state remember a Greensboro police officer killed in the line of duty. Officer Michael Horan was shot to death at a grocery store while responding to a call. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
Salute to my man, John, man. John says Merry Christmas. Shout out to you, John. Salute to you, man. You a good man. Shout out to John, man. Everybody give John a round of applause. Salute to my man, Raymond, man. Raymond in the building coming through once again. Shout out to Eric Assock, Nation Hall of Famer coming through once again. Pamela Henderson in the building. And salute to Jean B. Merry Christmas. Shout out to all you guys supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Let's get into this dead police officer.
I'm Rod Carter. Investigators say the officer was responding to a report of a possible armed man at a food line when he was killed. Meanwhile, the suspect accused of shooting him is behind bars tonight. Officers arrested him more than 100 miles away. Here's CBS 17's Gilad Malamed.
A community mourning the loss of a Greensboro police officer killed while responding to a food line. Praying tonight for the family of Officer Michael Horan.
To put it simply, we're heartbroken.
These folks keep us safe. Me and you, we get to go home every night. Every morning, they put that badge and gun on. They don't know, just like this man. He thought he was going home tonight. And he's not.
The State Bureau of Investigation says Officer Horan was the first to arrive at the Greensboro food line this morning, responding to a call for a possible armed person. Investigators say after a brief struggle, the suspect shot the officer and drove off.
I woke up to a text message from a coworker, and then she was like, do not come to work because there was just a shooting. And then she told me she came this way because she started running, and then she left the car. The car is still right there at this moment. She said the keys were in the break room, so she just ran.
A little more than 2 hours later, the SBI says Johnston County deputies saw the suspect driving. Highway patrol troopers used a pit maneuver to stop the car on I-40 at the Sampson-Duplin County line. A spokesperson for the Sampson County Sheriff's Office says the suspect was taken into custody without incident and brought to the county jail. SBI says charges are pending.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm over here hoping it's not an Hombrito. But it looks like we're off the hook though with that Cadillac.
Yeah, it wasn't a Dodge or fucking big old truck.
Well, don't some men like Cadillacs, right? Some men really like Cadillacs.
Yeah, I mean, at least they used to.
Historically, historically, but now it's more. It's not as much as it was back.
The Dodge, not the Dodge.
The spokesperson for the Sampson County Sheriff's Office says the suspect was taken into custody without incident and brought to the county jail. SBI says charges are pending. From Greensboro to Raleigh, the law enforcement community is coming together to honor Officer Horan with a procession to the state medical examiner's office in Raleigh.
He was an excellent officer. He had an outstanding reputation inside the department and in the community. We ask that you please keep his family, friends, and fellow officers in your thoughts and prayers.
Officer Horan was with the department for 7 years. He leaves behind a wife and children.
I would like for us to take a moment to think about Officer Horan's family during this time. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
The State Bureau of Investigation is leading the investigation into the shooting. In Sampson County, Gilad Malamed, CBS 17 News.
42.6% in Greensboro.
The Whitehall Police.
You said how much?
42.6.
Oh yeah. I've been to Greensboro.
But my Twitter algorithm has, you know how the algorithm works. You click on one thing and it's there forever. But this Las Vegas cop was killed by an illegal. So
Could
yeah,
be illegal uprising.
yeah. So if you some man don't hold steady, we might surpass y'all in the chaos and
Nah.
destruction.
Role in the deaths of a dozen
Okay,
people.
worried.
Well, the inmates are still expected to serve life in prison without the possibility of parole. This commute simply removes the possibility, though, of being executed. Since 2013, Kaboni Savage has been awaiting execution for his role in the deaths of a dozen people. Savage, a former drug kingpin in North Philadelphia, was convicted for ordering a hit on someone's home in 2004. Authorities said an associate Savage had worked with was disclosing details of his drug empire to police. In retaliation, authorities said Savage ordered someone to firebomb the federal informant's home where his mother, her young son, and 4 other relatives were living. For those deaths and 6 others, he was given 13 death sentences
So
after
naturally,
a
Biden
lengthy
pardons
federal
him.
trial that had state and city officials divided on whether the death penalty was morally lawful.
They murdered their drug dealer rivals. They murdered witnesses. Witnesses in state court, witnesses in federal court. They murdered the families of witnesses, including children.
Today, President Joe Biden commuted the death sentences of Savage and 36 others to life without parole. That leaves 3 inmates on federal death row. At the time, police expressed their satisfaction with the death penalty that, as of today, is no more.
All I can say is just pure evil. That's what describes the actions of Kaboni Savage and his gang of thugs.
Now, the president did not commute the death sentences of 3 other federal inmates, including Robert Bowers, who was convicted of the 2018 killing of 11 people at a synagogue in Pittsburgh. I'll send it back to you. We're live outside the U.S.
But let's be honest.
This happened in New Orleans too. That one you're hovering over is the same thing. A murderer who killed the whole family has been let out.
Wow.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
We are less than a month away from Donald Trump becoming president for the second time. And as President Joe Biden's term comes to an end, he's commuted the sentences of federal death row inmates. Good Monday evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McDaniel. One of those inmates is from Louisiana. Back in 1996, former police officer Lynn Davis ordered a hitman to kill a New Orleans mother. Tonight, our Lily Cummings hears from her family about the change in his sentence.
30 years ago, Kim Groves was murdered outside of her lower 9th Ward home. The 32-year-old mother of 3 had filed a brutality complaint against then NOPD officer Lynn Davis. Groves' complaint detailed watching Davis beat a young man. Davis was alerted to the complaint by another cop and enlisted a hitman to kill her. Davis was later implicated by an FBI narcotics investigation that linked Davis to Groves' murder and revealed his efforts to shield the hitman, Paul Cool Hardy, in his string of drug crimes. In 1996, Davis was sentenced to death. Fast forward to 2024, in his final days in office, President Joe Biden commuted 37 of 40 federal death row prisoners, including Davis. Now Davis will spend life in prison without parole. Grove's son Corey said to WWL Louisiana in a statement, "My family has been living with the nightmare of Lynn Davis for over 30 years. I have always wanted him to spend the rest of his life in prison and have to wake up every morning and think about what he did when he took our mother from us." Although Biden says he condemns the murderers and grieves for the victims, he promised to abolish the federal death penalty, and this is his most dramatic step yet. Meanwhile, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Muriel responded to Davis's clemency, saying, "We can't trust the feds to get justice for victims of heinous crimes, so it's long past time for the state to get it done."
Both these guys, everybody's on death row for 30 fucking years.
Yeah, they should have been dead already.
They should have been dead way long ago.
Yeah, this is
Goddamn
insane.
glider justice system.
Right.
Yeah, it shows the flaw in the system. It shows a huge flaw in the system. That like think about it, man. Like you've been convicted but because they have to give you like 30 appeals. You know what I mean? You have to get
Right.
this whole appeal thing. Don't get me wrong. Now, if I killed somebody, I would love it. But it's such. It wasn't created for non-gliders. It was only created for gliders because there's gonna be a certain amount of murders. You got like 30 appeals for like 1 trillion murders a year. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, there was just a son man here in Chicago. I exonerated today because 30 years ago the detectives didn't they say that they withheld evidence or something. You know, the same shit as always, right? Anything, no matter how reasonable or unreasonable it is, to let these motherfuckers go, dude.
Man, yeah, it's just insane, man.
That's out to the gliders.
You start running like Congo or Nigeria and stuff 40,000 sunmen into a 400 square foot cell.
Well, even better than that, you know how Arcad said how they yell thief. That's even better than that what you just said, huh? You know, do what the Guatemalan did. You know,
Yeah,
except to these violent motherfuckers. You know, including him.
Yeah.
I mean, this Joe
Also
Biden
cited the
or
incoming
whoever
administration.
pardoned these people, because we know it wasn't Joe. He's hanging on to dear life, but whoever the fuck is pardoning these dudes is fucking. It's incredible, man.
Right now it's 6. This Christmas will mark nearly 20 years that the family of a Columbus police officer will have to celebrate without their son. On January 6th of 2005, Officer Brian Hurst was shot to death while on special duty at an East Columbus bank. Today, President Joe Biden commuted the sentence of Hurst's killer, changing the penalty from death to life in prison with no chance of parole. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Yolanda Harris. 10 TV's Kevin Landers covered this story when it happened 19 years ago. And tonight, he spoke to Hurst's parents and widow, and he shares their story tonight.
It was in this federal courthouse where a jury sentenced Darrell Lawrence to death for the murder of Officer Brian Hurst. Hurst's family told me they're shocked to learn President Biden decided to overturn the jury's decision.
I cannot speak strong enough about how absolutely devastating this is to think that someone can take the legal system and just basically say it doesn't matter.
The family of former Columbus police officer Brian Hurst are trying to make sense of President Joe Biden's decision to commute the death sentence of their son's killer to life in prison.
I'm one of the few Republicans that actually understood when he pardoned his own son, and him being a parent, I'm just shocked that he would be so willing to forgive someone who murdered my son.
The jury convict him, but we also had the appellate court uphold the conviction. And that in itself tells you
in the
that
Glider Society, you can appeal
this
to
was
the highest court in the land.
Yeah, it's just
ridiculous. 20 years for this dude.
Things are supposed to work.
Hurst was working special duty at this Fifth Third Bank in East Columbus on January 6, 2005, when serial bank robber Darrell Lawrence came in to rob it. The two exchanged gunfire and Officer Hurst was killed. He was 33 years old. He left behind a wife and a 6-month-old daughter. His widow sent us a statement. My daughter and I are disappointed in the president's decision, not only to commute Lawrence's sentence, but also many of the other inmates who committed unspeakable crimes, including the murder of children. It undermines the entire justice system, as Lawrence was convicted and sentenced by a jury. There was never a question of guilt.
How do you want people to remember your son?
Well, with all the,
the vast majority of them are black. That's why he's doing it. The vast majority are black because they're on some like we got to do this before Trump gets in office and black people have to suffer. Like they on some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Some stupid shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Everyone continue to hit the like button, man. Smash that like button. Let me read some of these super chats while we're here, man. Shout out to my man Baby King. Baby King is in the building. Baby King says, "Take the challenge, Ock. Keep this shit lit." And respect to the panel, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. I didn't know anybody was in the back chat, but yeah, like salute to Baby King in the building. Let's see what else we got going, man. On in this great country of ours, man.
The United States of America.
Yeah, man. Let's see what we.
So the Melungeon States of America now.
President Joe Biden commuted the sentences of 37 death row inmates, giving them life in prison instead. Among those prisoners, Daryl Lawrence, who killed Columbus police officer Brian Hurst during an attempt.
Same one. So that was Daryl Lawrence. Daryl Lawrence was a brother. Wow. They just
President Joe Biden commuted the.
This guy got
Today, Oklahoma executed death row inmate Emmanuel Littlejohn. In 1992, Kenneth Mears was shot and killed inside of his Root and Scoot convenience store in southeast Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Emmanuel Littlejohn and his accomplice were convicted for the killing. Littlejohn
Think
received
about this.
penalty, which
What
was
we're
carried
just
out this
watching.
morning at 10:17 a.m.
The last two that from what I remember, were glider victims and son offenders. They've always been doing this, Chief, not recently. Long before there's even two.
Convicted for the killing.
Yeah.
Littlejohn received the death penalty, which was carried out this morning at 10:17 a.m. News 4's Caitlin Ogle was a witness to the execution.
Emmanuel Littlejohn's mother and daughter sat in the front row of the execution witness room. They were emotional the moment they walked in to the moment they walked out. Littlejohn used his last words to tell them goodbye.
I was a young man who was mad at the world.
Death row inmate Emmanuel Littlejohn pleading for his life weeks before his execution for the murder of Kenneth "Kenny" Mears. In 1992, Emmanuel Littlejohn, on parole after being released from prison, robbed the Root and Toot convenience store in southeast Oklahoma City with his accomplice, Glenn Bethany, to obtain money for a drug debt. Prosecutors say Littlejohn held two teenage workers at gunpoint while emptying the register when Kenny Mears came out from the back room. That's when Littlejohn fired, shooting Mears in the face. He later died at the hospital. His family says Mears was well loved by customers and was always willing to help those in need. Littlejohn claims it was Bethany, who received life without parole, who actually pulled the trigger.
I committed a robbery that had devastating consequences. But I repeat, I did not kill Mr. Mears.
Thursday, inside the execution room, Littlejohn using his last words to speak to his family on the front row.
He said, "Mom, you okay?" She said, I'm okay." He said, "I love you. I'm okay. Everything is going to be okay." He also told his daughter that he loved her. She responded, "Love you too, Daddy."
And they blew kisses back and forth. She repeated things like, "Oh God, my baby, love you so much." His daughter never did let go of Emmanuel's mother.
The Mears family declining to speak, instead speaking through the Attorney General to thank the Department of Corrections, Oklahoma prosecutors, and the AG's team. In McAllister, Caitlin Ogle, Oklahoma's News 4.
Thank you for putting the
And
some man
Sorry,
down
were all
before the
those
blanket
people
pardon.
talking about what he was saying and his family?
Yeah. It's weird.
It's so unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, the Glacier glider didn't even get that when he was murdered.
Okay, so his daughter telling him, "Daddy, I love you," does like what to our sentence? Like, are we meant to feel sorry for him? It's so ridiculous.
Shout out to August West, man. August West in the building. He says, "Thank you, Merry Christmas." Salute to you, August West, man. Let me
He just missed the gravy train, huh? 2 months and he would have got pardoned.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, that does suck, man. God,
that a bitch.
Man. Yeah, that sucks, man. Wow.
Yeah, I've only had 20 years and 2 months.
Right. Look, that is a travesty, man. I just can't. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it takes so long, you know?
Yeah, it's just gliders trying to make sure they did everything right.
New laws.
Stealing is a felony.
The Seal Beach Police Department.
She say new laws.
That's a felony.
Embarrassing.
New laws. Stealing is a
They
felony.
think they're smart.
The Seal Beach Police Department sharing this video on social media
Yeah,
of
one
3
does.
suspected shoplifters as a reminder that Proposition 36 is now in effect. And like one of the suspects just said in the video, it increases the punishments for some retail theft and drug possession offenses. The law went into effect on Wednesday. The young women were seen in multiple stores on surveillance video shoplifting. They were all taken into custody.
So they didn't know, and you can understand it. If they're like what these girls look like, they're teenagers or young women.
Yeah,
they may not have ever lived in a California where that was illegal.
They're probably confused as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You got to give them some grace too, though. Like, fuck.
Proposition 36 is now in effect across California.
Voters approved the measure with 68% of the vote last month. Overwhelming. San Diego County District Attorney Summer Stephan is joining us now. Good morning. First of all, thanks for being here. This is what you wanted, and I think a lot of Californians agreed with you. Were you surprised at the result? 68% of the vote?
No, I wasn't surprised based on what I was hearing on the streets and the stores, the frustration, the anger, the feeling of being left behind, having victims and businesses trampled by crime, fentanyl, killing children. So I felt it on the streets, but if you were to hear that the researchers and those kind of talking heads, it made it sound like it's not going to go anywhere, but
for those
obviously did.
For those who weren't following along with all the segments that we did and all the interviews we did about it, what exactly is Prop 36 and how did we get here?
So it hits the 3 most pressing issues right now. It hits the rampant retail theft that's causing the products to be closed, causing stores, small and large, to close, affecting customers and employees. It also impacts the homelessness, especially homelessness with addiction, because right now you can have open drug use, cops come up, and they really just can give a citation or a misdemeanor and not force any treatment. This will address that. It will mandate treatment or jail, so people have an option. And the third thing it impacts is the rampant fentanyl deaths that have affected.
So this is basically like they rejected the woke regime of the last several years. They just rejected that shit. They just told you, get the fuck out.
I can't even give them too much credit, though. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more they could do than that. Like, they're still in the negatives. You know what I'm trying to say?
No doubt, but at the same time, like for California to do that, you got to give them. They got to crawl before they walk. Let's see what else.
They don't even got legs.
Yeah, got to grow. They got to grow. Yeah, learn how to walk upright. But it's. I'm not gonna.
I feel you. Wow.
Let's see what else is going on. Oh, who give me. You know what? We got a lot of people here, man. We gonna play the gun memorial game, man. We ain't done that in a while, man.
Yeah, man.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
We ain't done the gun memorial game in a long time. A lot of people probably don't even know what the gun memorial game is, man. Salute to Gouch Merlot. Gouch Merlot says, salute, Ak. You are doing a public service, safe and holy holidays to you and your family. Appreciate you, Gouch Merlot. Gouch Merlot come in the building. So what gun memorial, we're gonna look at these white people and see who killed them, man. If we can find out who killed these white people. Because most of the people on the gun memorial are gonna be black. But
vast majority.
This is every person killed by a gun in the United States. So the last day they have the numbers for is the December 21st. So let's see.
Can I just throw something just for anyone that isn't familiar? Like I accept the majority are gonna be some people, black people. But what ICE has done here is we'll click on the white people, right? And we'll see we notice patterns, right? If it was a killing within the house, it was a white person that killed them. However, if they were killed outside of the house, it was typically a black person that killed a white person, and that's kind of consistent.
In the street, yeah, black people kill you in public a lot more. We got Brandon Zanner, man. Big Brandon, man. It says a Hazel Park man
shit.
has been charged with weapons.
Warren, Michigan. I'm going go with Glider on this one.
Glider?
Against the odds.
How do you figure?
Yeah, Glider.
I don't know what Warren, Michigan is like.
Okay, well let's see.
You said it says Al Curtis Williams, 45, entered a Shell gas station in Warren on Saturday.
Al could be a son
and
of man.
argued with the victim, Brandon Zanner. The men apparently got into a physical fight in the parking lot at DeQuander and at 9 Mile Roads, and Williams allegedly shot Zanner in the chest, killing him. Al Curtis Williams.
Sunman.
Probably Sunman.
3 names, Curtis, Sun. I'm going with Sunman. Easy.
Come on, man.
Glider.
You say it's a glider?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
No.
Curtis.
Google
It's
his
a
name,
Sunman
Buck.
name.
Google
Like Al Green.
Al Curtis.
Let me I found the story. So here we go. I found the story. Everybody, if you know, don't say nothing. But if you don't know, give me. What do you think?
Drum roll. I'm gonna say it's a brother.
You gonna say it's a brother? You going with brother?
I'm gonna take an
I
educated
switched
guess.
Melungeon.
I'm gonna take an educated guess.
Yeah, Melungeon.
Salute to JL, man. JL says Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Let's see who did this, man. Who killed this white guy in this gas station?
Well, that don't look like a glider.
No chaser.
Hell no.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What are you doing arguing with this dude for anyway?
Right. The 3 names, Ike and Curtis.
This guy was looking for an argument.
Fuck yeah. Man, you
What did you Curtis was, I ain't gonna lie, Curtis was like when I heard Curtis, I was like,
that's true.
An Al, like a white person, more likely to be like an Albert or a brother.
Alfred,
Al, man.
Alvin.
The Curtis and Williams is
Elston
signifier.
Yeah, no. For me, the three names we talked about that before, right? Like 3 names.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Calvary Community, the real VP. So we off to a shaky start, man.
No, I appreciate the consistency. I don't like change. So this is, I'm in my comfort zone right now.
What was he thinking though? Fighting with a Sunman in the parking lot.
Right.
And the reason we don't click on the black people is because
we know who killed them.
We know who killed them.
Yeah. So he got gunned down, right? Well, obviously the gun memorial. My bad.
Yeah, it's the gun memorial.
Greenwood.
And even his name here looks sunny. This guy's name.
So he
a
was.
Tiny bit.
It says, so this guy right here. It says he was the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office reports a man was charged with murder after a victim died from a gunshot wound. Deputies said they received a call at 2:20 a.m. reporting a shooting incidents on the highway. Somebody got a lot of feedback, man. It said, according to deputies, they found a crowd gathered around an unresponsive victim who was transported to the hospital. 47-year-old Samuel Raymond Wright was brought to the regional hospital, gunshot wound. According to deputies, Wright and a 23-year-old Bryson Thomas were involved in an argument before the shooting. Bryson Thomas Long.
Bryson is the son, man.
Son, man. Son.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sun Man this time.
Bryson Thomas Long.
You're 0 for 1, Hat. So you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the safe bet.
All right, let's see, man. Bryson Thomas Long. Oh, Joe Dirt, man. Keep Stone.
I was gonna say Bryson Thomas. That doesn't really sound like a Sun Man to me.
Is that a son? Do some people use Bryson? Like, I don't think so, right?
I was thinking of Bryce.
No, Bryson
could go either way.
But this is definitely not a Sun Man.
That's
But
not even a
London,
Melandra.
he's all glider.
Yeah,
You know what?
let's just cut the crap. That's not a Sun Man.
It's kind of refreshing though. At the same time, like to just see the gliders partaking as well, you know, in the violence.
Yeah, and this one was killed outside too.
Yeah, I mean, he fled the scene. He got away. I mean, but he got caught. I mean, this is very rare, man. We don't see a lot of murders like this.
Where did this happen?
Greenswood in South Carolina.
Oh, I wonder if this glider likes to play spades.
Yeah, he looked like it. Nah, he don't look like he invited to the cookout. But
he gonna learn spades, all right. In the joint, he's gonna learn how to play cards. With the brothers.
Shout out to Oakview, man. Oakview in the building, man. So yeah, Samuel Raymond Wright, man, got whacked
Killed
out
by his own officially.
Yeah, but white on white crime. Vance Steers. It says Columbus police seek leads. Oh, Columbus. Yikes. They need leads.
Gunman is not in custody.
Yo, who got that feedback, man? Somebody got a lot of feedback in their microphone. Like it's like sound like you got a ham radio or some shit.
Yeah, just make sure you're on mute when you're not talking.
Yeah. It sound like so this 21-year-old, he was discovered with a gunshot wound yesterday. Following the initial call at approximately 8:40 p.m. They found him severely injured, transported to the hospital. He died at 9:52. No suspects have been named. This might be some Sons. Sons get away with a lot of murders.
Columbus, Ohio.
There's no motive. Like a lot of times, the interaction that gets you killed, like happened like shortly after you
you looked at them
encountered
wrong
them.
or something, or you
there's no way for a detective to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Where do you start? Where do you finish?
Yeah, like what do? You're a detective. You're like, okay, Columbo comes on the scene and is like, yo, what the fuck happened?
This is why none of the murderers in Columbo were black.
Yeah, none of them. Not one of them.
It didn't make for a good show.
There's just one thing I don't understand.
I've seen almost every episode of Columbo too, yeah, and that's a fact.
Yeah, I can remember when we talked about that. I remember I was.
Yeah. Maybe he was trying to sell that bike right there, right?
Oh yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
Please tell me you did not do this, Glider Bear. Please tell me you did not go to the hood with a bike.
Do not sell your bike to some men.
Oh,
Randy Nicole Olson. She was shot and killed at bank inside Lumberton. Yo, who got that fucking man? Everybody mute themselves so we can find out who got this damn. Because nobody wants to cop to this.
I think it's bro with the red Trump in his. I think it was him.
Yeah, I think it is you, man. Oh, it is you. It is you. You gotta go out and come back, man. It is you.
You know,
it's 1,000% you, man. Yeah.
Who killed her? Damn.
Killed at
She
Walmart.
got killed inside of a bank.
Dirt Dolphin.
A bank?
It says a bank inside of a Walmart.
bank.
bank inside of a
Oh
Walmart.
shit!
It ain't like unless her boyfriend followed her to that joint.
I've never heard of a bank inside of a Walmart.
Well, what the stories say? That's crazy.
Let me play the story, man. Let me play the story. We want to get to the bottom of this. What happened to you, Glider Queen? Everyone hit the like button too. If you enjoy the gun memorial game, hit 1 if you enjoy the gun memorial game. Hit 2 if you want to me to go back to doing the stories on the crime and violence, man. Let's see. We got what happened to this?
She has the marks of a dirt dolphin.
Wilmington are investigating a deadly shooting inside a Walmart. A woman was shot late this afternoon. The store has been closed for hours. Willie Danley was on the scene in Lumberton and has the story.
Just days before Christmas, a Walmart parking lot that would normally be busy with holiday shoppers is empty. The shooting happened just beyond those doors. I spoke to people in this area, and they tell me that it's shocking and heartbreaking to hear that a woman lost her life just days before the holiday. Around 3:45, multiple law enforcement agencies responded to a shooting at a Walmart on Fayetteville Road in Lumberton. When officers arrived, they found 42-year-old Brandy Olson suffering from at least one gunshot wound, according to a town council member. From police radio traffic, this is what officers saw when they arrived.
Call us advised employee in the bank at Walmart is on CPR at this time.
24th direct. 211 Shannon Road.
10-4. Just see 1014 LPDs on scene as well.
10-4. 24 to all Lumberton units, 1025 Walmart.
Witnesses attempted to perform first aid, but the woman later died from her injuries at a hospital. Many people took to social media to share their experience from inside the store. One person writing, "There was a shooting in Walmart in Lumberton. We had to run out the back of the store. Crazy part, it was over $5.
$5.
Have the kids." Another person saying in part, "Working in the salon, but me and my stylist are okay. God bless our emergency exit."
It was over $5.
Gotta be a son, man.
That's potentially Sonny.
Potentially?
It's 1025 Walmart.
Witnesses attempted to perform first aid, but the woman later died from her injuries at a hospital. Many people took to social media to share their experience from inside the store. One person writing, "There was a shooting in Walmart in Lumberton. We had to run out the back of the store. Crazy part, it was over $5. So thankful we didn't have the kids." Another person saying in part, "I was working in the salon, but me and my stylist are okay. God bless our emergency exit door that we never thought we'd have to use." And this isn't the first incident at the superstore. Back in November of 2022, a man was arrested after firing shots in the store on Black Friday. I spoke to several people who came to Walmart for holiday shopping. Zabadio Cruz tells me he's lucky his family wasn't inside when the gunfire erupted.
Sad, and like especially that is right before Christmas, and she had a kid. It's terrible, because that's like, if that would have been one of my families, that would be sad.
This shooting is still under investigation. We've reached out to Lumberton police to learn more about what led up to this shooting. We're going to get those answers and keep you updated with what we find out. In Lumberton, Willie Danley, WRL News.
It sounds sunny, but I did know one on Burrito that did kill somebody for $5. Well, it was a bag of weed, but it was worth $5. Same difference.
Nickel bag of funk. Shout out to Bugger Off, man. Bugger Off in the building. Salute to Bugger Off, man. Gifting 5 Out Nation memberships. I just put a poll up, man. If everybody hop on that poll, man. Let's see what else is going on here in
Oh man, who got Joseph Joey Anderson on the left?
Joseph Joey Anderson?
Yeah, he's the third row.
Oh, yeah, damn, kid. What happened to you, man?
Murder, suicide.
Oh, this is murder, suicide. So yeah, probably glad. Let's see.
Well, that solves that one.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to look on that one.
Caleb Mason says far-right influencer Nick Fuentes claims home was among those targeted by homicide suspect.
Oh, this is the guy who tried to kill Nick Fuentes.
They killed him? The cops killed him?
Oh, yeah,
I guess
yeah.
so.
So this guy, he lives in a suburb adjacent to Chicago, and it's called Berwyn. Have you ever heard of Berwyn? Actually, it's Svengoolie, Berwyn. But the Berwyn PD killed this dude.
So, but did he kill his mother and sister at the bottom?
I don't know.
Janice and Sarah, 61 and
I think I
26.
heard that he did. Yeah.
He killed 3 people in Central Illinois and traveled up to Berwyn to, I guess, kill Nick Fuentes. And the cops killed him. They probably thought he was a brother.
Well, they love racists, so they kill. Of course, they're gonna protect Nick Fuentes. It just shows that the white supremacists, support racists.
Right.
Yeah,
The hero.
Race soldiers flock to their own.
Yeah, that's the only conclusion that you can make. Let's see.
What does a black Twitter say? There's something fishy or something ain't adding up.
Yeah, exactly.
Something ain't right about this.
Wow. So this is the mom. This is his mom. She got killed. Yeah. Okay. So that's the other white person.
Yeah, Gladys do it too, man.
Oh, David Perry, man. Who killed David Perry, man? Brother. His brother killed him, man.
Yikes.
Gliders are definitely on the board, but I mean, this is within expected parameters,
Something for Christmas,
So this one, no, they only have the victim's name. They don't have any information. This white guy did. Sarah E. Mason, yeah, this is the sister of the guy who killed
Nick Fuentes.
Actually, I think saying that all of them are the triple homicide victims of the guy.
Yeah.
Caleb didn't kill them. Caleb was part of, I think, all the
This was a
Masons.
hunting accident right here. This one was a hunting accident right here. Yeah, man.
Call that one.
Huh?
They said, yeah, we can call that one.
Yeah, hunting accident. Yeah.
Yo, click on a Sunman just for shits and giggles. Let's see what yeah, you know what I mean? Like just click on a random brother, see what happened. Maybe it wasn't a Sunman that killed him.
Salute to the homie. Douglas Chunks, man. Mount Rushmore, man. He coming from the great state of Alaska, man.
You guys never heard of Svengoolie? You never heard of mine?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, I guess it must have been a local thing then. Svengoolie. Wow.
What Sunman do y'all want me to click on?
How about Jamorius or Amari?
Who?
Amari is
Jamorius.
Well, Jamorius is on the screen now, but
what's Jamorius?
You can scroll up a little bit. He's up there.
Jamorius?
One more row. Jamorius Mitchell.
What's that name? Oh, Jamorius. God damn, that's a son. Burned body in sugarcane field is missing teen Blacker mine.
Was it the Klan?
Yeah, they took him out to the cane field in Louisiana. Addis, Louisiana.
We're gonna do the story. Let's do the story. We'll find out if this. Even if it was a son, man, they're gonna blame the Klan because that's just we need that, like a son man found burned in the.
What's up with all these burnings? What's up with all these burnings, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the poll to see if what they said on the poll, man. Here we go. Look.
We have breaking news just into the newsroom. West Baton Rouge deputies have identified a.
They don't look like a Klan member.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, he could have on one of those skin textured masks, man. And the police didn't make him take it off because they're trying to protect the Klan. The police.
Yeah.
With the Klan, so.
That's a pretty good man. That's pretty good.
Yeah, very realistic nostrils.
Yeah, man. You can fake nostrils, man. Let's see.
18-year-old Tyler Davis is wanted for second-degree murder and obstruction of justice for the death of Jamarius Mitchell. Mitchell's body was found burned in a cane field just south of Addis. Anyone with information on Davis's location is asked to contact the West Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office. We will continue to update this story as information becomes available.
But you know what though, this story here, right, is pretty much what I imagine more or less. Any summon we click on died in a gruesome manner, in a very like cold-blooded and if I'll kill you and I'll dig your ass up and I'll kill you again manner, you know, because I hate you, because I hate myself, because of Willie Lynch manner, you know. That was a very violent death. All of them are. Don't get me wrong, obviously, right? But
those Baton Rouge son, man.
Let's see. Let me see.
Facts.
Let me see. What the poll says, man. The direction of the show, man. 50-50. God, no.
A nation divided.
Yeah, nation is divided. Nation has never been more divided, man.
You gotta be you're the chief, man. You gotta be the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna let them let some more. I'm gonna let the people.
Yeah, you don't want to spark a secession from Rock Nation.
Yeah, 50-50, man. Let me do one of these other sons, man. God damn, sons. Let me see.
But you know what? Nobody gets it worse. Nobody gets it worse than the sisters, though. The sisters, man, they holding that.
Like
biggest
Cameron, Jamal, Milquise Thompson probably got it pretty bad.
The brothers be doing the sisters super ugly.
I don't see these names. What names?
That blonde sister at the top, the middle
Cameron,
left.
Jamal, Milquise. That's a dude, man.
A dude.
Heartbroken
I mean,
family.
come on, dude.
Says,
You don't think there's plenty of sisters that look
Yeah,
exactly like dudes? You gonna call me
Nah,
like
you gotta
dude
hold
with a
that.
wig?
I'm not.
Nah, that ain't how it works. That ain't how it works in black man. You gotta
dude or
hold
woman or whatever? I wouldn't fucking touch that with a 10-foot pole, no matter what. So
Well, look, you both are right though. To be fair,
nah,
both
you got nah. Brothers don't give you no breaks on that shit. Nah, you a homo, man.
You gay?
Yeah. You tried to pushed up on a transgender, man.
pushed up on her. I didn't do that.
Yo, he with the times, like that's all.
Yeah, nah, I ain't know with no times, man. Alabama heartbroken family says transgender Alabama teens shooting death was a hate crime.
Yeah, say no more with transgender son, man. We know who killed him.
Yeah,
any transgender, the son man killed him.
That's a layup right there.
Yeah, jeez. Let me check the poll again, man. Let me look at the poll, man. No, they saying continue with the gun memorial game. All right. Let's do this white girl right here. Come on, Aaron, man. Come on, Aaron.
Madison school shooting.
Oh, that's a Madison school shooting. Okay, good.
Oh, that's a damn.
No, you ain't get your ass whacked by no son, man.
So that was a glider then, right?
Yeah.
That was a female actually, even, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one says suspect charged with first-degree murder. Domestic. Oh, this is domestic.
Well, so he's also alphabet or what?
Nah, I mean, it could just be somebody in the family or something like that.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking like a partner thing. Unbelievable, man. The glider queens are on a roll.
That dude ain't gay, man, and that's Brokeback Mountain or some shit. This dude ain't gay.
Hey, look, it's 2024, chief.
Oh, man.
Whatever, 25. I don't know.
Let's see, man.
What about that glider right there? He looks like a fucking the one on the far left, like a nerd.
Shot to death near Emerson Middle School in Pomona. There's no, it doesn't look like it's any. Wow, he's just dead.
Well, I mean, he's elderly.
Unknown.
Well, he's elderly, so I think I'm gonna. Something. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, he's just dead. He just like ran probably robbery or something.
What a sad ending to someone's life.
Deputy was trying to help the man who gunned him down.
Traffic stop.
Wait, this one here?
Sunny.
That's what the story says.
There you go. No good deed goes unpunished in Blackish-stain. I don't even know who killed
the
him,
baby? Who killed the baby next to December 14th?
Aaliyah.
Oh wow. I'm gonna say domestic. I'm gonna say a glider king.
3 dead, including infants, and suspected shooter.
Right, she glider king.
It's probably on Brito, man. She's an Umbrito, man.
Oh yeah, that's probably on Brito.
That was for the probably on Brito. Yeah, Umbrito do shit like that. They kill.
Oh yeah.
Kill them shit.
Love men should do crazy things,
Make you local, man.
Exactly, you get it.
Aaron Snook, hunting accident.
Damn. What, another one? What in the fuck?
I swear a lot of these gliders
vest or what? Oh no.
A lot of these gliders take their friends out in the woods and kill.
This guy was not killed in a hunting accident because clearly he's wearing his high visibility clothing.
They got him with that Dick Cheney.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of gliders do that. Though. I really do, man.
That's crazy as fuck.
I thought it was a deer.
It works. Yeah, it'll work. I mean, think about
it. That's not a crime, though. I mean, that kind of sounds like a crime, right? Nonetheless. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't this still get
you gotta
charged?
be able to prove it. You gotta be able to prove it. Like, if they can't prove it, it's just an accident.
Well, but what I'm saying though is, at least here, right? Like, maybe it won't be a murder, but it could still be manslaughter. Like, if they cannot prove the intent, I mean, you still murdered this guy. You still killed them. Whether you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't get a break for fucking up.
King Randall, you know that guy in Atlanta who got that school where he teach the black kids manners.
Yeah, that's his name, King Randall.
Yeah,
Dr. Umar.
This is another guy named King Randall. He's 16, man. He got killed at a makeshift nightclub in Houston, shit. Man. Yeah, we did this story. Yeah, I think another girl got killed. He was killed and a girl got killed.
Man,
they went to the little kitty nightclub and shit.
Man, that's a hell of a way to go.
Look how black this fucking list is, though, man. Yikes.
I mean, look at the 2 rows. They're like, it's all some people.
Jeez.
Look at this row. Except for the one glider that was,
D'Angelo Lamarcus Samuel, aka Landlord Lowe.
Who? Him. Landlord Lowe. Oh yeah, he was about it.
Well, we know who killed him.
I could guess, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely know who killed him. He looked like a rapper or something.
Quintavious Terrell Rogers.
He looked like he was out there in the mix.
He probably asked for that specifically. Like, when I die, make sure you leave that name there.
Yo, the gun memorial, put my shit on the gun memorial. I put that shit.
He was a rapper though. It's saying he was a rapper. Yeah, he was a rapper.
Yeah. Well, the second that he decided he was a rapper, that was it. He sealed his fate.
Let me see if I can find some of his music, man. Landlord Lowe.
Now y'all get the stylings of Landlord Lowe.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Og Nation.
Stylings, man. Come on, Landlord Lowe. He was.
What was he?
Hold on. Not chronic. Let me see.
Do we know where he was from, Landlord Lowe?
It should have said it on the Win Memorial. He's from Bessemer, Alabama. That's Birmingham.
Alabama.
Southern. Shout out Fisherman. He's from
murder
Mobile,
Hay.
right? My fault.
Double tap it. It's in slow motion. There we go. All right, there we go, right there.
Right there.
Yep, I see. Hold up.
Getting down low. He getting down low. He getting down low. There you go.
There you
Shoot.
go.
There you go. Shoot.
There you go.
There you go. They're both
There
up.
you go.
Oh, he came all the way up here on him.
Oh wow!
I mean, he walked all the way up there.
Oh man, landlord low.
I mean,
Coming for his life.
There you go. Look at
Running back. Uh-huh.
There
Over.
go the other one.
He got an assault rifle.
Yeah. I mean, walked up on him.
Calls when that vehicle gets right there, when I can see it good.
Oh man.
Right
There you go.
That's a Jeep.
Somebody let me take a picture of it right there. Yeah. Jordan. Yeah.
Damn, low didn't even see that shit coming, man.
Yeah, they
Damn,
laid
Low.
landlord low.
Wow.
Not landlord low.
It's your boy, the Alabama Hitter, and you are now tuned in to Hit Squad TV. Off the rip, I need y'all to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell on the side to be notified on each and every time we decide to slide that way.
Welcome to my city, the home of players, haters, and scratch takers, where snake women set up niggas in attempts just to stack paper. Where the boys in the hood watch shit with a hawk eye, waiting to catch you slipping to fill in your chalk line. They snort lines and bust hot nines at one time, guaranteeing to hide the opposition from the sunshine. This is Dirty Dixie.
You know,
The
I've been to
nucleus
Birmingham. It's
of the
lovely.
whole thing is the
Cards.
Magic City, where these niggas play a cold game. What's up with the squad? This your boy, the Alabama Hitter, and today we are in Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah. And we're speaking on a subject that is kind of taking the city by fire. This is the story of D'Angelo Samuel, known to the city as Landlord Low. And there's been a lot of speculation behind what happened with Landlord Low and why it happened. You know, we were on live stream when I got the news, actually.
The state, from what I know, they wanted to give him just 25. They want him to take that. He was like, no. So now they're going to get you, the life is 51. Conspiracy is 4. And the attempted is whatever. So now you probably going to get double that. They not playing with this dude.
No, what? Hold on. Ed Potts, Low got hit today?
Damn, Landlord Low. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Zed. That's Low.
Ed Elwood, Low got hit today?
At a repass. What?
B.
Oh,
man, shout out to prayers for Birmingham, man. They get off, man. Them boys don't play.
And so the accusations were true. You know what I'm saying?
Killed
Tune into the news only to find this.
Community Center in Brighton, a shooting where 2 people are confirmed dead. We have team coverage for you this afternoon. WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn at the scene right now with the latest. Aaron, what's going on?
Yeah, Brittany Jarvis, we just talked to Henry Irby with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and like you said, he tells us that 2 men are dead here after a shooting here at the Brighton Community Center. So what we know right now is that this call came out around 2:18, and it was reported of 2 people shot. And when Jefferson County deputies got here, they found 2 adult men. And those men were pronounced dead here at the scene. And right now, there are no suspects. And when we talked to some people out here earlier, they told us that they were inside of the community center cooking, and they heard those shots fired, and they ran inside of a closet to duck and cover.
No one has been arrested in connection to the shooting just yet. This is surveillance video shared by Brighton City Council member Jerome McMullen, and you saw it here first on WVTM 13. The video shows the last shots fired at least one of the victims, with the suspect running through the parking lot towards a car waiting for him and driving off.
I was anxious to get up here to see what was going on, and sadly to see, it was 2 bodies laying out in the front.
And those bodies, of course, were the bodies of D'Angelo Samuel and Roderick Hall, who were attending the repast. Sad, bro. When I say it's sad, it's sad. For these people to lose their life in front of a packed house of people that are already grieving, you know? But when the word broke, a lot of people had a lot of things to say. A lot of people had a lot of narratives to paint. A lot of folks said that this may be revenge for this and revenge for that. One of the things that were pinned on D'Angelo was the murder of 2 young ladies in Birmingham at the Aria Lounge.
God damn, so low. And listen, the streets ain't gonna say you did that shit. The streets know more than the police know. You know what I'm saying?
If you removed black people from Birmingham tomorrow, it'd be one of the safest cities in the nation. Immediately. Like, there's nobody else doing shit down there. It's beautiful. Like, where the white people live is fucking gorgeous. Where the black people live, it's fucking death and destruction.
Yeah. This is great. So he's a landlord. Low is accused of killing 2 sisters at a club. Remember the guy down there? Remember, but it was a guy in Birmingham who killed
like 16.
Someone, yeah, like Alabama. That's not landlord Low because he's locked up. Shit. Unbelievable, man.
But when the word broke, a lot of people had a lot of things to say. A lot of people had a lot of narratives to paint. A lot of folks said that this may be revenge for this and revenge for that. One of the things that were pinned on D'Angelo was the murder of 2 young ladies in Birmingham at the Aria Lounge, where they said that D'Angelo was actually gunning for the young lady's driver, a man by the name of David Knight. And D'Angelo refused this. He refuted it all the way to his last days, y'all.
You got somebody that go and get the song and pull the song and say shit like, I know I can't be the only one that ain't reading between the lines, you get what I'm saying? And then, like I said, we down here at a place where the only thing you gotta do is say he did it and they come to get you. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened I was on house arrest and they got in the house arrest that I was on, they got GPS on to tell you if you're outside, it's gonna tell you everything they need to know. If it went for that, man, I'd probably be locked up for that.
Is that the girl situation?
Yeah, like I was on house arrest, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna have any type ties in with it. Like, these folks got my every step, my every location. Like, you know what I'm saying? That song was already out before that situation happened. So you gotta look at it when it got the song and just, I don't want to get a page, you know what I'm saying? When it got the song, I was like, oh, he talking about this situation. And the shit just blew up. Like, the shit just blew up all over the internet. Yeah, man. She just blew up all over the internet, man. And folks took it and ran with it.
And the song in question is a song by Low and White Boy Spin, where they detail bumping down on the op. You know what I'm saying? Op had some females in the car and they took care of business anyway, you know?
So he made a song about it. He denied it publicly, but he made a song about it.
And who pinned it on him? Was it the cops? Like, what does that mean?
The hood. Because he made a song about it. He said, wow, jeez. But this is what, anybody remember that Angel Reese video I did where she was hanging with that rapper from Chicago, G Herbo, and they was like in the truck. That like he's a big commercial star, but he's from a very deadly gang that's involved in a really deadly beef with another gang. And I was like, yo, Angel Reese don't need to be in the car with this dude, man. She don't need to be riding around
A
Chicago.
blue rapper, right? G Herbo.
Yeah, and people was like, and I had Crook County on there with me too, and he was talking about the gang and whatnot, and I was like, yo, she don't need to be in these cars with these gangbangers, man, because a op will shoot and kill. See her in the car and still shoot. They're not gonna be like, oh, that's Angel Reese right there. Don't shoot.
They might get excited and want to kill her.
Yeah, like so they
It's
can.
like a badge of honor. Yeah.
No, but like so they could be like, because they know that it's gonna be on the dude, like it's gonna be on the rapper
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
got killed. Like so they can just be like, you got that bitch killed. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be. They not gonna nobody gonna blame the fucking dudes who killed her. They gonna blame the rapper she was with for having her out there in the streets when he knew he was beefing. And
Yeah, that's what you always see. These broads like to be around danger. They get excited.
But I don't think she hangs with that type of crowd anymore. But I was just alarmed when I saw her in the truck. I just chilling in the truck with this dude in the
It's
street.
so dangerous to be around that dude G Herbo.
Yeah, like you never know.
Yeah.
Bumping down on the op. You know what I'm saying? Op had some females in the car and they took care of business anyway, you know?
Why that nigga still going to the club? That's why we sprayed the Jeep. Caught on loafing, try turn out the light. FST block the street. Why you rhyme with hoes? You know it's smoke. That's why we hit that freak. Yeah, hey, ain't nobody getting spared with me. Why that nigga still going to the club? That's why we sprayed the Jeep. Caught on loafing, try turn out the light. FST block the street. Why you rhyme with hoes? You know it's smoke. That's why we hit that freak.
Damn, they bragging about killing them. So, yeah, they did that shit. Yeah, he did that shit. He killed them two girls. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, hey, ain't nobody getting spared with me.
And unfortunately, white boy Spin lost his life on December 2nd.
Oh shit! The other one got killed December 2nd. So he got killed. Was this his repass that low was at? This white boy, so he got killed December 2nd. Yo, this shit is this death. It's just sons is just so much death. Jesus Christ.
I turn out the light, FST block the street. Why you rhyme with hoes? You know it's smoke. That's why we hit that freak. Yeah, hey, ain't nobody getting spared with me. Why that nigga still going to the club? That's why we sprayed the Jeep. Caught on loafing, try turn out the light, FST block the street. Why you rhyme with hoes? You know it's smoke. That's why we hit that freak. Yeah, hey, ain't nobody getting spared with me.
And unfortunately, white boy Spin lost his life on December 2nd, 2023. Prayers and condolences to the family of Nigel Riddick Robertson. A year later, landlord Lowe would lose his life on December 13th, 2024. Prayers and condolences to the Samuels family. But what this looks like, it's not an op bumping down. This is a situation where the people that got revenge were the closest in the circle.
I just stayed up the chain, man. I'm trying to maintain now. I got a lot of loot right now. Then a couple niggas chain, man. They really ain't the same. I got problems in the crew right now.
Tonight, we are learning a Fairfield man is now behind bars accused in the deadly double shooting at a funeral repast in Brighton just over a week ago. Court documents say James Abercrombie III faces several charges, including capital murder of 2 or more victims. Investigators believe he is the man in this surveillance video who opened fire in front of the Brighton Community Center last Friday, killing D'Angelo Samuel and Roderick Hall. Friends of the victims telling WVTM 13 the community center was packed with people as they and the men killed were there for Samuel's uncle's repast. Abercrombie is now being held at the Jefferson County Jail without bond.
Now here's where it gets sticky, squad.
So So here's where it gets sticky. This is the point where it gets sticky. None of the other shit was crazy. This is the point where it's getting sticky.
Everything else was totally par for the course.
God, dog.
Can I just ask something? Is it possible to fast forward, increase the speed? Because I'm literally losing brain cells listening to this guy. To increase the speed of the video.
Oh, well, I mean,
like you literally lose brain cells when you're listening to some people speak. It's fascinating. And also saying prayers
the
for this
community
guy's
center was
family is
packed
just
with
odd
people
well.
as they and the men killed were there for Samuel's uncle's repass. Abercrombie is now being held at the Jefferson County Jail without bond.
Now here's where it gets sticky, squad. JD Abercrombie is none other than landlord JD. Yeah, you're part of the empire along with landlord Lowe. Or should I say once was a part of the empire. As you can see right here, Lolo and JD, they damn near got the same fit on. Twinning, you know?
So these dudes was God, dog. They was part of the same rap clique, man. Wow. Two killers, murderous motherfuckers, man. Just murderers. A lot of these rappers are just murderers, man.
And then the rapping is
serial
just
killer.
Self-snitching on themselves, right? Secondary. The rapping is secondary.
The rapping is like a hustle. Yeah, it's like a way to. It's like, okay, well, the rap has gone so gangster. Hey, man, I'm a murderer. Let me just try my hat at it, man. If I blow up, I do. If I blow up, I blow up. If I don't, whatever.
When you pop out like that, you know, saying it's a bond that has something deeper than just it's my homeboy, you know. And somewhere a situation went wrong, you know. Low got hit, I think on Halloween, and fam, this is crazy. Low popped out after he got hit around Halloween and said, "Nigga can't fade me face to face. My supposed to be dog got this shit tatted on him, shoot me in the back of the head. Ain't no op shot me. Ain't no nigga hopped out and shot me. Ain't no nigga looked at this shit face to face and shot me, my nigga. Waited till I turned my back and shot me for some chump change. Some shit he could have asked for, but I'm highly favored. Ain't too many surviving them. And here to tell it. In and out the hospital in a few hours. I'm back outside. Hard body. I'm the one that started this ape-ish. Go get a refund. Hope they kept their receipts." And the cold part about all of this, man, and man, it just keep turning for the worse. Allegedly, the streets is saying that buddy that was outside of the repass with landlord Lowe, there's actually three. It's Lowe, little brother, and Roderick Hall, or Roderick Hall. And Roderick Hall just so happens, allegedly, to be the uncle of landlord JD. So in coming to get that money for landlord Lowe, JD done knocked off Lowe and his own uncle. Prayers and condolences to the family of Roger.
Yo, Blackistan ain't no joke, man. The treachery in Blackistan is off the charts, man. It leaves you speechless, huh? It literally leaves you speechless.
Roderick Hall just so happens, allegedly, to be the uncle of landlord JD. So in coming to get that money for landlord Lowe, JD done knocked off Lowe and his own uncle. Prayers and condolences to the family of Roderick Hall. Peace and blessings to y'all. He absolutely did not deserve that. And we praying for y'all. Keep your head up.
Yeah, but
fam.
How
Peace
do
and
we know
blessings to
nobody out here is innocent? We don't know if any of these people didn't deserve anything. Like the uncle could have been a murderer too. You know what I mean? He could have killed some people sometime. It's just big mess, man. Any final thoughts, guys, man?
Yeah, I don't really want peace and blessings from any son, man. They can keep them. It's more like a curse to get peace and blessings from those guys.
Oh, it's Merry Christmas act, and you guys, you wear a bulletproof vest because it's Christmas. So be safe out there.
Salute, man. Same black time, same black channel. We'll do something for Christmas tomorrow, something big for Christmas tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace out.